Welcome back to Manners Matter. I'm Matt.
I'm Mia.
And I'm Antonio.
And this is our holiday special episode. As you probably could tell by the beautiful logo that we had designed for this week. This week's topic is enjoying the little things. Just really appreciating them. Antonio, could you go into more depth about that?
Yes, so things like someone saying hi to you or spending time with your family, that's like the little things. Because if you enjoy those, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So enjoy them in the moment.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how little they are. They can make a big difference or even a small difference in someone's day.
Yes.
Exactly. It's all those little things, but you can't just enjoy them. You can't just live in the moment. Because you also need to respect them. You got to appreciate them. That's how they kind of tie into manners. You got to respect the little things you got.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so do we have any? I know we did this last week, so carrying that over, do we have any personal stories we want to share?
Antonio, I thought you had one.
Yeah, I do. So just spending time with my family around our dining room table, like with all of us, usually we do that at the holidays. It's just, it brings all of us together and we all just spend like 7 hours together, which some people, considering I have a humongous family, would think be crazy because they'll speak different languages sometimes. So it's like very chaotic. But towards the end of the day, they're all like laughing, they're all enjoying their time. And those little things can make, like, if you enjoy those little things, you could be happier than if you just kind of put them away and took those for granted.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
I know that since this is kind of being remarked as the season of giving, and this is a bit of a late entry into it for Manners Matter, but you've ever seen those commercials, those sad puppy commercials, where it just shows that the little things make a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
They say you can give them a dollar a day and you save lots of animals' lives.
Yeah.
And a dollar is one of the smallest things out there. Next question.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. And like relating it to manners again, like Antonio said, it can make you happier because you're actually getting to appreciate those little things. So if you are more happy, then you're probably more willing to pass that happiness on to someone else around you, and you have a good mood that lifts other people's moods.
Yeah. That makes complete sense.
Okay, so does anyone else have any personal, appreciating the moment, appreciating the little things stories?
Well, last week you brought up the hot dogs during our last personal stories portion.
Mm-hmm.
Those hot dogs. We all eat hot dogs unless we're vegetarian, in which case we eat vegetarian hot dogs. I'm not sure what you do if you don't eat meat and you want a hot dog. But you get what I'm saying. The hot dogs are one of those things that we all take for granted. We all think that they're kind of food.
It's like an easy thing to grab.
Yeah. That's probably because they can be eaten raw, but
Okay, so
you gotta appreciate them because they're small, but they can make a huge impact. Dad made those homeless people's day, and that dog probably.
yeah. I bet he didn't get to eat hot dogs that often.
Yeah.
So I know that when I lived back in Jersey, we used to have like this one day that towards the end of the school year, we used to just like take off of school and just go to the beach. And I always thought it was so cool because it's like, we're not in school, we're going to the beach while other kids are learning. But, now I appreciate that because you never know how long you're going to actually have to like get those little days off to go spend with your family. You might be swamped with work or whatever. So it was nice to just take a break and just look back.
That's very true.
Especially now because a lot of kids are doing like online learning and there's a lot of work. You have to keep up with that work. A lot of kids are just on Zoom meetings or in actual school, and it's kind of hard to step away from the computer or iPad and go spend time.
My little brother, he was he's in an advanced class, but he's also doing virtual learning, and
That's hard.
he's been swamped with the work. It's kind of just his teacher kind of, I'm guessing she thought that it was okay that since the learners weren't in school, I'm guessing that she thought it was okay to pile on the work more. Happens to me a lot. He's not always swamped with work. Some days he's got a lot, sometimes he's got a little. Most days he's got a little, but still.
But it teaches you to, appreciate like those moments that you do get to spend with your family or your friends or your pets.
Yeah, it's like especially now when like not a lot of families are seeing each other. Like before this whole period, this whole era, I wasn't really appreciating my time with my family. And then when I just started like only seeing my intermediate family, like my mom, my dad, and my siblings, I was like, I should have spent more time with them instead of just like doing something else, like watching TV at their house. I should spend more time talking and stuff like that.
Okay, so that kind of segues into like the lesson portion that we have to do. So what is the overall lesson that we're trying to teach with appreciating the little things? Does anyone want to give it a go?
You gotta really respect them. Because if you don't respect them, you can never really see that the little things put in the biggest impact on somebody's life, on your life. Like, whenever I give a gift to anybody in my family, it's always the thought that counts. It's not what we give, it's the thought.
Yeah, that's like true in my family too. It's because we always used to have this big party on like the eve before Christmas. And that was like the part I looked forward to because my family all used to come together for there and we'd have like lots of stuff to eat. And I just thought that was cool. So you need to learn to appreciate the little things because some people don't have those little things that you appreciate. And I think the lesson, like you said, is like, I don't know how to explain it. That's why there's the word appreciate in it, because you need to know to appreciate those because you don't want something bigger. Just appreciate what you had or what you have or what you will have.
Exactly. I've even got a little example here for it. If think about this, most people when they're our age tend to take their mother's cooking for granted. And then boom, COVID-19 came over and I thought I'd start baking more. I've always kind of baked a little bit, but I thought I'd start doing that more. I've started to make my own dinners on occasions. She doesn't even make me lunch anymore. I just kind of air fry it. I'm a wizard on the air fryer. But it's hard when you're learning that. I really didn't realize how much work she puts into all of that food.
Yeah, my mom is like she's really good. Like, but before this happened, before she started taking like online classes, and and like she wasn't free for dinner time, and my dad wasn't home or he was working. I'd have to cook, and I didn't think that cooking was that easy. I thought it was just really easy, but it's not. It takes practice, effort, and time.
Well, if you respect the efforts that go into things, if you respect all those little things, hamburgers, hot dogs, pennies, quarters, dollars, everything matters. You gotta appreciate those little things, and if you respect them, then you know that it does matter. I am at a supreme loss of words here, but I hope you get the gist of what we're saying.
I think you made it clear. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think that kind of sums up what we're supposed to be teaching today. So do we want to add a few more things before we go?
One more thing. Everybody remember, manners
Manners
matter.
matter.
We are getting better, progressively getting better.